In 1939, Liberia launched a daring campaign into the Ivory Coast and Sierra Leone, seizing these regions without French intervention. The French were preoccupied with the Canadian intervention in the American Civil War, the New Zealand crisis, and the Third Boer War. This momentous event coincided with the election of Clarence Lorenzo Simpson. During his presidency, the Liberian Army underwent a comprehensive overhaul, drawing inspiration from the former United States Army. Simultaneously, sweeping legal reforms were enacted, granting native Liberians equal rights alongside the Afro-American minority. President Simpson's ambitions extended beyond legal and political changes. He spearheaded an ambitious project to construct a transnational railway spanning the entire country. With support from international investors, this railway began linking the resource-rich hinterlands to the coastal port city of Monrovia. The arrival of black refugees from America, seeking refuge from the Civil War, provided a boost to Liberia's economy. These skilled workers, along with former members of the Federalist Black Legion, bolstered the country's workforce and expanded the Liberian Army. The modernization of the Liberian Army was swift and efficient, increasing its strength from 30,000 to over 150,000 soldiers. The army boasted 15 divisions equipped with artillery, engineers, scouts, 50 Brazilian-made attack planes, and a regiment made up of former Federalist M2 tanks. In November 1941, as the Second Weltkrieg commenced, the remnant of the Entente, having completely collapsed a year before, joined forces with the Germans in their war against the Commune of France. This collaboration opened a new front in Portugal, alongside the Spanish. General Pierre Boisson, renowned for quelling previous regional revolts, assumed command over French West Africa. However, faced with limited forces, he grappled with the challenge of maintaining stability across the entire region and curbing Liberian ambitions as border clashes continued to rise. Exploiting the distractions faced by the French and the Entente in Spain, Liberia launched a decisive strike into French West Africa. With determined commanders and motivated troops, the Liberian army shattered General Boisson's first line of defence, capitalising on the broken French lines in the north and west. The 1st Tank Brigade spearheaded the assault, swiftly capturing the cities of Bamako in Mali, Ouagadougou in Upper Volta, and Niamey in Niger. Simultaneously, the 1st and 2nd Infantry Divisions in the west seized Conakry, and then achieved a resounding victory in the Battle of Cancan, forcing the French into a retreat towards the Portuguese colony of Guinea-Bissau. In a bid to prevent the complete collapse of French West Africa, the government in Algiers dispatched 2 convoys, one by sea to Dakar and another via the Trans-Saharan Railway to Timbuktu. However, the convoy bound for Timbuktu encountered widespread partisan uprisings, effectively halting its progress. General Boisson was left with no choice but to retreat with the remaining forces to Senegambia and Mauritania, hoping for a resupply to mount a counter-offensive. With the majority of French West Africa under Liberian control, except for Senegambia and Mauritania, and the arrival of French reinforcements and supplies in Dakar, the Liberian High Command fortified their positions in anticipation of a French offensive. In late 1941, 2 armoured convoys with infantry support were dispatched, one from Kédougou to Conakry, Guinea, and the other from Tambacounda to Bamako, Mali. However, the French convoys encountered fierce resistance. The first convoy was stalled in the city of Labe in Guinea, and the second convoy in the stronghold of Kita. The outcome of the war hinged on 2 critical battles. Despite maintaining air superiority, the Liberian army confronted the heavily armoured French forces. These battles raged for grueling weeks until the French were ultimately compelled to retreat to Senegambia to regroup and prepare for a last stand. On April 16, 1942, Operation Jewel commenced as the Liberian army advanced through Senegambia, engaging remnants of the French army en route to the cities of Dakar, St. Louis, and Nouakchott. Brutal urban warfare persisted for 2 months as the French turned to guerrilla warfare until the final city of Dakar fell. General Boisson surrendered to the Liberian army and personally met with the President of Liberia in June. But it was on June 30th they signed a final peace treaty.